Welcome to Dr. Mary Travelbest's 5 Steps to Solo Travel Guide for people like you who need extra support traveling one at a time. We've been helping women find travel memories since 1993 and travel solo since 1972. So if you can please share your travel memories that we create or help you create and tell a friend about them, we'd really be grateful. If you have any travel questions, please ask. And here's an FAQ. When it comes to solo travel in Mexico, how can I feel more safe, prepared, and excited, not hesitant or fearful? Today's episode is about confidence builders for solo travel in Mexico. The lesson learned: my sunglasses got lost in the sea. And the travel tip: focus on your superpower, your terms, your travel, and super you. And now, the FAQ response to the question, how can I feel more safe, prepared, and excited, not hesitant or fearful when I travel? So first, let's think about proactive safety measures that you can start taking now, like research, planning, and being aware of your surroundings in Mexico or wherever you travel as you would at home, but even more aware. Choose safe neighborhoods and accommodations, use Google Maps ahead of time to see streets and buildings, and consider your transportation options like private cars, reputable taxis, ride-sharing apps, and navigate them safely. If you are going to rent a car, what insurance will you be getting? This is obvious, but bears repeating. Avoid walking alone at night and sticking to well-lit, populated areas. Keep valuables secure and be discreet. Trust your instincts and know when to remove yourself from a situation. Learn basic phrases for communication and safety in the language of the country, like Mexico, you travel in. And use emergency contacts when you need them, know how to access them. So now I'm going to talk about my trips to Mexico and how I prepared. My first visit to Mexico was with my high school trip, so I was not alone, but that started me having a cultural understanding and love of the language. That airline trip was from Chicago to Houston to Mexico City, and from there we traveled to Taxco and the pyramids, which should be on your list if you are headed there. I also crossed into Tijuana, Mexico on foot in college, and then moved to San Diego after working in the Hispanic marketing industry for several years. Then I traveled to Mexico often from border cities like Nogales and helped U.S. companies reach Hispanic audiences on radio and television through advertising. I've also taken cruises to Mexico with lots of great coastal destinations like Cabo San Lucas, Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, and Mazatlan. And I've been to Puerto Vallarta solo by plane twice and will visit again soon. I've stayed at resorts in Baja California, taken weekend trips along the coast, camped on the beach, visited Tecate, and explored the maquiladoras in the area. I've been here for business meetings and holidays for more than 50 years and counting, and I prepare with each trip. Recently, I've volunteered to help at the Door of Faith Orphanage, and I encourage you to visit this place too. You can visit dofo.org. It's in La Misión, which is about 20 minutes north of Ensenada. Now, here's some thoughts on solo travel to Mexico. Preparation is your superpower. The more you know, the more confident you'll feel. And authenticity is essential, so try not only to see touristy spots. If you can engage with sign language or even with your limited Spanish with locals, they will appreciate it, and you'll also build your confidence. Once there, you might want to take a cooking class and learn more about Mexican cuisine, or you could visit the local markets and interact with the vendors. I like the Saturday market in Puerto Vallarta's downtown area. You can attend the churches and pray. You can visit a gallery, a museum, a festival. You can find an artisan and talk to them about their art. Speaking the language will help you. Duolingo is one of the best apps for learning another language. Practice. You already know some words, right? Hola, gracias, de nada, por favor, cuarto de baño, right? Duolingo will help you build your confidence and your vocabulary. Now, big question. How can you get around without getting lost? You could download the maps before you leave to familiarize yourself with the streets you use. You can find restaurants that have food you enjoy, or plan activities you can meet if you have limits on your physical abilities. And you can build a community of women like you who have already been to Mexico and are willing to help you before, during, and after their trips. You could even hold a meetup for women like you. You certainly won't be alone. And now, let's talk about a travel failure and a lesson learned. My sunglasses were lost in the sea. I was in Puerto Vallarta, just walking along the beach, and I decided I'm going to go in. I had sunglasses. I brought them into the ocean. I thought it was a calm ocean and peaceful. The glasses were lost in less than a minute and never seen again. That was not a good plan. So don't wear your sunglasses into the ocean unless they are floaters. And now for today's travel advice, focus on your superpower. Your life experiences count. You have them. So use them wisely when planning your travel. Yes, Mexico is a step 5 travel destination. Be aware of pickpockets. Don't go places you shouldn't be. Stay away from trouble and you'll be okay. If you use your intuition, that's right, your wisdom, it will serve you. That's your superpower. You got this. I want to bring meaning to your future travel. So let's connect on all of the social media and websites. And if you find the 5 Steps to Solo Travel series on Amazon, let me know. The show notes have lots more details. So please support this podcast with a review.
What's on your travel bucket list? Tell the doctor and her team of women who travel the world seeking the very best. Dr. Travelbest, that is.